A lot of business people, sooner or later, come to a point where it's time to move on. It's time perhaps to realise some value after all the effort they've put in creating a business over time. And clearly the main sort of task is to get the best price. That's what people want, to take as much value out of the business as they can. The issue with that though is you can't take much value out unless you leave something pretty valuable behind. No one's going to pay up for something that isn't going to continue to generate income and do so in the way it has done in the past. So its value is going to depend a great deal on what you leave behind. That's what's going to determine what you take with you. The decision really has a lot to do with making the right decision at the right time. Where are you in the cycle? You know, it's all very nice to get out at the top. That's wonderful. But it's pretty hard to make that happen. It's just like the stock market. Nobody gets out at the top. Maybe one or two. That's really just luck. The people who make money and good returns in stock investing have a long-term portfolio strategy. They have a plan. And if you're going to look at selling your business, you really have to do the same thing. You've got to have a way of saying, okay, I'm going to target a value for this business. I'm going to reach it in so and so many years. I'm going to sell the business, and this is the form in which I'll sell it. It's a matter of actually putting together a strategy in the same way someone would with a long-term stock portfolio to optimise the value. You optimise the value of your firm, then you'll optimise the value you take with you when you leave it. So what do you look at? What are the things that actually make a difference? Well, think like a buyer. Here's three things that really matter when you're selling your business. Now, one is sustainability. It's one thing to have, good income one year and not so good the next. And you have a great year and then not such a good year. Can you build up your recurrent income? Can you look at your business and say, hang on, here's the part that can continue. Here's the part that can be sustained at a high level. That's what a buyer is going to value. He wants something that's going to be around when you're not. The second thing you can look at very closely is branding, because that's what separates you from the business. If you can build up a brand so that everything about your business, from the way the customer is treated when he approaches the counter, to the way the accounts are done, the way things are priced, what your invoices look like, and you can create a template for every element of your business, then you've got a brand. That means that you can sell that brand just like you could sell a template or a manual on how to run your business if you were starting another franchise. It's the same principle. What can you put together which stands alone, is true to brand, creates sustainable value with or without you? Which leads us to the last point, the third point, and that's succession. When you look at what you've got, who's going to run it when you've gone? There's a simple way to look at this. Get out your whiteboard or your blackboard and draw up an organisation chart. Don't put any names in it. Just put in all the functions that are necessary to run your business. Then stand back and say, right, who's going to do this when I don't do any of it? And start putting some names in. It'll soon be apparent where the holes are, where you need people, where you need to groom people or promote them or bring them in order to have a structure that's going to operate when you've departed. Those three simple things. Focus on the sustainability of your income, the quality of your income. Focus on having a real brand that persists without you. It doesn't mean you're surplus to requirements, it just means that the value you leave behind will be greater, and so will be the price you take with you. And look now, early, at the succession of who's going to run it when you've gone. Three simple things, but all of them will grow value in your business, even now if you're not intending to sell it. But certainly when you come to the time when buyers are going to start looking, that's what they'll be looking for. Make sure you've got them right, and you'll make sure you've got a successful exit.